It's very exciting. The day has come that either your thrift store has started putting out grab bags or you find a bag that looks promising and you're trying to figure out, is it worth the price that they have put on it? Today isn't going to be just a regular jewelry bag unboxing. Today I'm going to walk you through exactly how I determine the kind of profit that I can make off of a bag like this. I bought this bag for $8.99 at my local Goodwill. And on first glance, you might see a plastic lei, you might see some maybe cheapy jewelry boxes, some silicone rings, things that might make you think right off the bat, this bag is garbage. We've got some little rubber band friendship bracelets, but there are a few items in here that will way more make up the price that I spent on this bag and bring me profits. So let's take a look at the different items in the bag and get a feel for what kind of money you can make off of something like this. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Margaret. I've been making videos about reselling for over 10 years. I've been selling on eBay, Etsy, and other platforms. And one of the things I love to do is to share how I make the money that I make so that I can stay home. Whether you're trying to do this as a full-time income or to supplement the income you've got coming in already, there are great options for both types of sellers and a lot of fun to be had. Let's take a look at this bag. Let's take this bag piece by piece and I will share with you what I'm going to do with it and if I'm going to sell it, how much money I think I'm going to make for it. So the first thing is this little box, which is a cute little vintage box. It is empty. So I have a couple options with this. I might trim up the little edges. I'll look and see, is this something that is selling that I could sell? And if it's not anything fancy that I could sell, then it is something that I could perhaps use to ship out a piece of jewelry in. It is a nice little box, but let me take a look and see, is this something that I could sell for a profit? I can't find one just like it. Part of me thinks it might be vintage based on the label. So my thoughts are, I'll probably just try to sell it. I'll do a little more digging, but my guess, unless I pop something up different here where I find something else, is that I'll probably list it for around $15. The next item is another little box. This one looks like it's maybe made of, well, feels like papery fabric. It's got a, let's see, kind of Indian design on it. I like the blue and the gold. This is one that I will probably use to ship out jewelry in that somebody buys. I don't get the feeling that this one is vintage in any way. If you think that it might be worth something more, I would love to hear it. It's not super big. It looks like this size. So this is probably something either I'll send out some jewelry in, I can put some little cotton padding in, or wrap it up in some nice paper and send that out. A nice little piece could go out. And what a nice package to get a piece of jewelry in. Next is this little light up ring. I have a lot of kids jewelry that I am making. I'm actually not sure I'll put that in with a kids lot. Oh, look at that. It lights up. It's fun. This is one, the reason I probably won't put this into a kid's lot is that those little batteries can be really dangerous if they get swallowed. So I'd probably just err on the side of caution and put this into a different lot. I don't know, unless one of my kids wants it. It's another perk, right? This one I'll probably put with a kid's lot. This is a, oh, it looks like, I thought it was a stretch bracelet. It doesn't really stretch, but this is a little shell bracelet. I'm guessing it would have to be for a kid or a Build-A-Bear because it doesn't stretch, so I wouldn't be able to get it on, and I have pretty small wrists. So I'm not sure about this. Let's see. For a cowrie shell bracelet or jewelry to sell for a good profit, usually it has to be something pretty spectacular or something that is made by a really good maker. And since this is not, and it's damaged there, I do have a lot that I've been building with different shell and seed type jewelry. So that will go into that lot. This one will go into my kids' jewelry lot. this bracelet, a bangle bracelet like this, because it's not probably a high quality bracelet. I have a bracelet lot that I've been working on, so it will probably go in there. But I'm going to check the interior just in case to see if I see a maker's mark inside. Doesn't look like it. This one isn't in bad shape, but it's not one that I think that I would sell by itself. The next piece is one that honestly I thought was just going to be like put it into a lot, straight into a lot. But then I saw that it had a little hang tag, and this one has a maker. This is Charter Club, and Charter Club I think is just an online and catalog based company that sells clothing and things like that. So it's one that I'm actually going to look up to see if it's something that might be worth selling. So I'm seeing one that's similar to this on Amazon selling for $33. I'm not seeing the exact one on eBay, but I am seeing a few other Charter Club pieces of jewelry that have sold. So this one is one I might actually list, even if I list it for $18 like this one sold for, or $14.99, something like that's usually my go-to. $14.99, $17.99, usually my go-to. So that is actually one that I will sell. This one, Kids Lot. The next necklace in there, this is another one that I wasn't 100% sure I would sell, but it's actually really nice. I'm not seeing a maker's mark, but it's a double strand chain. It's got these stationed beads that are plastic, but they have this really pretty gold color, and they have a bit of a, in the right light, they've got kind of an Aurora Borealis like finish on it. You can see that iridescence in different colors when I move the facets around. So this is one that I think I will sell. Probably for something like this, unless I find something different after I research some more, I'm thinking maybe around $20 is what I'll put this up at. Next is another one that I was like, I don't know about this because I am not a big fan of cords or fabric in jewelry because they get really gross and dirty. But this is actually pretty clean and it looks nice. And then this one has also got a brand that people tend to like, a lot of brand loyalty. And this one is Chico's. So this is a pretty nice Chico's necklace, and it looks like it's in fantastic shape. Once again, I'm not able to find this one right off the bat. Might find it more when I research a bit more, but the prices I'm seeing up for Chico's style necklaces similar to this are in the $20 to $25 range. This is another one that I saw and thought, I don't know if I'll sell that one. It seems like I see these kind of like dime a dozen. I thought they were black, but on closer inspection, they're more of a navy blue color, faceted. There aren't any damaged pieces, and there is a hang tag. So let's take a look at that. This is a Charming Charlie, and Charming Charlie, it can be really hit or miss because it's super mass produced. And I would have to just search by the piece and see if this is one that might be in demand. But if not, it will end up going into a lot. So just a quick search, I see one up on eBay for $10. So, I mean, if I didn't have a ton of jewelry to list already, then I would probably just go ahead. If I was just starting out, like, I've got to list everything I've got, I would for sure list it. But because I have so much jewelry to list, that this is probably one that will end up in a wearable, sellable lot of jewelry. Okay, the next piece, we'll go ahead and talk about this one. This is one that I saw in the bag that made me buy it. This is a necklace that appears to be silver and amber. I see a hang tag here, which is interesting. This hang tag says Express, but I don't think that this necklace came with this pendant because Express doesn't sell amber jewelry unless we're looking at faux amber. Just a quick test. I'll grab my magnet, see if the chain is magnetic. The chain is slightly magnetic. And how about the pendant? Pendant, not magnetic. What I'm testing for there is if it's magnetic, it's not going to be silver. I always put this caveat because somebody will come back and say something. There can be silver that is magnetic. It's pretty rare. Usually it's not. It's based on what the other metal that's mixed with the silver is. If that other metal is magnetic, then it could be. So when I'm checking this chain, I'm noticing that the part that's catching is this. The chain is magnetic, but the pendant is not. I am thinking that somebody put this pendant onto this chain. And it's kind of hard to see. I had to use my loop. But there is a 9 and a 2 right there. It looks like the stamp didn't get finished getting pressed on it. What I will do is take this pendant, put it on an actual silver chain, and that I will sell. And if you're wondering how I knew this was amber, well, I've been doing this for a while, but I'll also show you. It's going to be dark for a second. Let me turn my lights off here. Some of my lights. Amber is something that will fluoresce under a UV light. There, you can see how it's kind of turning that yellowy green right there. So it is fluorescing. If I'm doing it straight on, for some reason you can't quite tell. I can see it looking at it sideways. I can see that yellow there. I don't know why you can't quite see it on the screen on there, but here you can. See that yellow? When it comes to UV lights, I will say make sure that you have eye protection on. I don't have it on right now. So in the future, I need to make sure that I'm using best practices because I don't want anyone to get eye damage from too much UV light exposure. Well, just off the bat, here's one that is very similar to what I've got that sold for $25. There's another one similar to what I've got sold for around $25. Depending on what it is and the type of amber and the setting, etc., it can sell for a lot of money. This one was earrings and a pendant that sold for $110. Horses Rule, Kids Lot. This is Friends, Kids Lot. I know you might be asking, like, why are you putting all this stuff in a kids lot? It might be something a teacher buys for their treasure box in their classroom, or somebody that's needing, I don't know, party. Who knows? Who knows? People buy stuff and I don't need to know why they're buying it. All right, we've got a really pretty peacock. What I might do with this peacock pendant is take that chain, that silver chain from the Express chain from Amber, and put this on here. I would definitely say, you know, I don't think this is all from Express, but the chain is marked, etc., because it's a really cute little peacock. It's in nice shape. It's not silver or anything super duper fancy, but I think somebody might like that. It might only be $15 or so, but I think it's cute enough that I could sell it. Next is a stretch bracelet. Now, my rule of thumb with stretch bracelets, one, the stretch has to be good, where when I stretch it out, it bounces back and it doesn't lose its stretch or feel brittle or anything like that. This one, the stretch is pretty good. And I like to see if there's a maker, which I'm not seeing off the bat. And then with something like this, make sure it's not missing any stones. This one doesn't appear to be. And I don't want to take my own advice here because I look at it and I think, you know, is this a color and a style that I think people would like? And this one, I think yes, because it's purple. It's got some really pretty iridescent, some facets. It's an interesting piece and it's a color that I don't see a lot. That being said, knowing that your taste might not be everybody's taste and something that doesn't seem interesting to you might seem interesting to someone else. So this is one that I will probably sell because it's in pretty good shape. It's a good color and the stretch is good. This one might not sell for a ton, but $15 or so. Kids Lot. And then I've got these silicone rings. Those will just go to a lot. Probably just trash. Oh boy. Next we've got this cute little voodoo doll and he is a brooch. And this is one I will for sure sell. Depending on what I find about it, I might list it for like $20. That's my guess. Let's see how my guess sizes up. I can't find anything quite like it. I see some little keychain zipper pulls. They're called Damn It dolls. Front pocket, emotional support, voodoo dolls. Yeah, so I'll have to see. eBay can be tricky about certain words, so I'm not sure I can put voodoo doll, but maybe I can. We'll find out. That's a new one for me. But I think it's cute enough and clean enough that I might sell. I mean, if I can't find anything like it, then I'll probably put it up for $35 versus $20. Next is this clamper bracelet. It looks like snake skin. The inside's pretty grody, so this will go to a lot. Then I've got a little container, it looks like with tiger's eye beads, and I do have a lot that I've started for gemstone type beads like this, or jewelry that has this type of beads that somebody can pick apart and use. So that will probably just go straight there unless I see something else fancy in there. No, looks like maybe pyrite beads and tiger's eye in a little bottle. Cute. Then I've got this one. It's kind of got this tribal look, made in India. And I know that there's a lot of stuff like this up there, but there are people that still like this bohemian style. So it is something that I can sell. Let's see how much I think. I'm guessing around $25, but it might be more. Yeah, just on a basic Google search, I'm seeing things right around there, 30, 25, in that range. Here's something similar that sold for 35. This one is sterling silver. That's why that one is so much. This one also sterling silver. Oops. This one, not sterling silver. It definitely has that look though, but it is not sterling silver. So 25, 30 bucks. Then another textured bangle bracelet. This one does have a mark in there, so let me go in there and see what that mark is. Initially, if it was just like this bracelet with, I would probably not sell it, but that mark might make all the difference. The mark in there is Dana Buckman, and it might or might not be worth selling. I can't find one exactly like it, but I found a brand new Dana Buckman that's up for 12, one that's up for 17. It's not anything fancy enough. Oh, here's like 2 hammered. Yeah, that's probably it there. Maybe it was with a darker colored one as well, which I don't think I have. But I might just put it into a wearable sellable lot. And then this is one of the pieces that made me want to buy the bag because I saw this. There's quite a glare on that. It is a copper and brass kind of engraved look or etched with Egyptian motifs on it, which I think is pretty cool. This one, it's not super high end. You can see on the inside, the metal is not so fantastic, but it's pretty unique and pretty cool. So let's see what I should be able to sell this one for. I'm not finding the same exact one, but I am seeing this Reed and Barton one that's around $30. I saw it a number of times on eBay. I can see here it's on Etsy as well. Here's my thought process when it comes to stuff like this. I know there are people that'll say, well, you can't get more than 30 bucks for that because that's, I mean, Reed and Barton, that's a great brand. Here's my thoughts on that. There are so many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like you can count them up. There are lots of the Reed and Barton ones. I can't find one exactly like mine. So let's say there is somebody who collects jewelry like this, and yeah, Reed and Barton's a great brand, but there's not one that looks like this that I can find that's up there. I'm trying to get it without the glare for y'all. I'll probably list mine, if not for $30, for higher, because I think it's really cool. I know that a lot of people like Egyptology and this style of like hieroglyphics and things like that. And it's not in a horrible shape. The inside could be a little cleaner. I think that's just something I can clean off in there. But because it's something that I don't see a lot of, I can't find another one like it. Even though there's a great brand that's selling theirs, lots of people selling it for around $30, that's not what I have. So I'm not going to go off of that price. So I'll probably list mine for maybe $50 with best offer. I may be dreaming, but that's why I put best offer on it. All tallied up, the total that I should make is, I'm going to tally it up here because I didn't do it as I went. And that is why I am happy to pay $7.99 for a bag that looks like a bag of junk, because if I see some promising pieces of jewelry in the bag, then I know I can make money off of it. And jewelry is something I love selling, and I love helping other people learn how to sell because it is easy to find, Easy to list, easy to store, easy to ship, easy, easy, easy. And if I didn't already have a name, Texas Gal Treasures, I would probably call myself the Easy Reseller, but then that would sound wrong. Anyway, I like it to be easy, and I like helping people just like you selling on eBay. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.